If you want to see your sales professionals performing consistently and overachieving and exceeding your sales goals, then this might be the most important video you ever watch. And here's why. Because you can have the best sales process in the world. You can have the best sales methodology. You can have training going on every single day, every single week, every single month, and doing it consistently. But if you don't have this one element in place and part of your culture, then all the training you do, all the effort you put in, the sales process you use, the sales methodology that you use, is just not going to take the way that it could. Hi, my name is Dwayne Huff. I'm a sales trainer and performance coach. I spent 14 years in sales. Then I launched my own business, started 4 different companies, used my selling skills and what I'd learned as a sales professional across multiple industries to work with over 200 companies doing sales training, performance coaching, and various other activities that I won't bore you with in the different companies. But now I spend my time doing sales training, performance coaching for my individual clients, and also internally for a company as a sales training performance coach. So I've seen a lot, and what I've seen consistently that makes training work, that produces consistent results, that makes your efforts play out and get you the results you're looking for, is creating a culture and a consistency when it comes to coaching. Now, let me just say this: if you do have a coaching model in place and it's not consistent, hang out. But if you don't, I'm going to give you a free one, a free framework right here. I'm going to break it down for you that you can use. That's very effective. And if you don't have a sales training methodology, a consistent one you're using with your people, and you'd like one, there's free training down here that you can grab. It's a 15-minute quick hit workshop that you can, or masterclass. If you walk through it, it'll give you a framework that you can use for your selling. Because here's the thing: you need to coach to a methodology or consistent sales process where you can identify behaviors and coach to those behaviors. So I'm about to run out of battery on my phone here, so I'm going to be real quick. So rewind it if you need to watch it again, but here we go. By the way, if you find value in this, please share it. Please consider subscribing, and let's jump into it. So here's the model. Grab a pen or paper. I'm going to give you an acronym. It's called GROWTH. GROWTH. Learned this years ago through some mentors that I was working with, and worked with a company internally to roll this out to their people who were coaching the frontline people, the managers and the executives who were coaching the frontline people. And it simply goes like this. G stands for go over prior action plan or accomplishment. So it's a conversation about the past to warm up the call and the situation. And by the way, this is not a tell-based coaching. This is an ask-based coaching, because your people have the answers. And this coaching model puts you in a position to help pull it from them. And the reason that's so important is that, you can tell them all day till you're blue in the face and it falls on deaf ears. But the minute you make them think and self-discover and solve for, people support what people help you create, and they lean into it. By the way, you might hear sirens in the background. I'm outside. This is my tiki bar. Look at the rest of my channel. I think I explained why I'm here. But G, go over prior action. Or if they have an action plan, or if they wrote down goals, start there, go back over those. But that conversation is really to establish and talk about what's happened up until this point. So it might sound like this: hey, talk to me about what's been going on since you and I spoke last. Just keep it very open. Let them go in the direction they want. R, recognize successes. If you're listening to a call, or if you just got out of a call with them, that's the best way to do it. You can observe behaviors and you say, talk to me about some of the successes worked in that call that we just listened to, that I just heard, that we were just a part of. Let them tell you the positive things. Now, they're going to be tempted to go and say, oh, I did this wrong and I did this wrong. Pull them back. Say, no, there was some great stuff here. What was it? And then observe certain specific behaviors and tell them, and I also recognize this, this, and this. And then move on to O, which is opportunities. If you had to do it all over again, is there anything you would change? If you could push rewind and replay it, is there something you would do differently? And just let them talk. And then after they do, maybe 1, no more than 2. If you observe something that could be improved upon, mention it, talk through it, action it in the moment, role play it if you need to. And then W means write it down. What's your goal? Make it SMART: specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time-bound. And as the person coaching, you don't write it down, they write it down. It's their action plan. So they can pick from that opportunity that they just said, or maybe they self-discover something else that they want to work on that can move the needle. Have them write it down in SMART form. And then now that they're clear and they think they have the answer, right? Think through the obstacles is T. If you knew or had to guess, what might get in your way of making that improvement or reaching that goal that you just wrote down? Oh, no, I'm good. It's fine. I know. Yeah, I know, but what could potentially get in the way? What's stopped you in the past? So, T, think through the obstacles. And then H, very intentional, how can I support you? Sounds very corporate, doesn't it? How can I support you? Because if you say, how can I help you? Then all of a sudden they're going to transfer the ownership over to you. And if it doesn't work out, it's going to be your fault. When you say, how can I support you? It helps them to be resourceful. And if they say, well, you can do this and you can do this, and say, well, okay, I'm glad to support you. But if I can't be available, or if I get pulled in another direction, or if I am not able to be there in the moment you need me, what are the resources can you access to help you achieve that goal? So that's it in a nutshell. Watch this again. If you have any questions about it, drop them in the comments or reach out to me. I'm glad to help and serve and answer any questions that you might have or give you more direction in that result. But G, go over the prior action plan or go over past of what's happened since you've talked. R, recognize successes. O, look at the opportunities. W, write it down. T, think through the obstacles. H, how can I support you? Hope that serves. My name is Dwayne Huff. I'm a sales trainer and performance coach. If you need sales training for your employees or for yourself, start with the free training I have right here. Take it to your sales meeting, walk through it, have conversations, get the feedback from your people and make it yours. And then use this coaching model. And I think you'll be blown away with how once they understand how it flows, they settle down. Even if it's consistent, they realize it's not a gotcha session, it's an empowerment session. And as you're talking to them about writing down their goals, think about the bigger picture. What are they trying to accomplish? Why are they in sales? Why are they trying to make the commissions they are? What are they aiming for? And that can become part of that action plan too. So I hope that serves. Remember, you and your team can write your own ticket in sales. You just got to be willing to increase your influence and introduce coaching or reestablish coaching consistently in your culture. It'll change the game.